Tonight, the sky is that orangey purple that assumes starshine is up for the taking. Tonight, as you are breaking into my lips like they are bread at a Shabbos table, I am able to taste holy on your tongue. I can hear your past sung on taste buds as you flood my senses like wine, leaving me less inclined to listen to my head, and instead I'm pouring my body into naughty images like challah bread, growing buttery in the heat of an oven. Loving you could leave star chunks in my teeth. Beneath my tongue, 1,000 lungs could burst into breathing. Poetry could start teething through the gumminess of this gorgeous evening, and I could open like a passionate peony, get high off of you, seeing me flower, have an intoxicating power trip over how good it feels to be tasted by your lips as your kisses eclipse my mouth. Tonight, you give new meaning to the name Temple Mount. You count my quivers as deliveries, your tongue as steady rebirth, the evening midwives. Tonight, I am baptized in the mikvah, your breath warm on my neck like holy water that fills a pool in my panties big enough to reflect the moon. Tonight, your hand spoons on my Venus mound like a yarmulke on the crown of a head. You anoint me queen in the throne of your bed, have my legs spread like a Torah scroll. It has got to be a mitzvah to have one uttering uncontrollable syllables like it was the most sincere recitation of Hebrew ever mouthed. Tonight, I found myself surprised by how easily you open me, how that in itself is its own kind of poetry, that hands can nourish a body, like suns slipping into veins, that fingers can be rain pulling away evening gown petals and settling at the root of naked fragrance. Tonight, you smell like Israel would. If the passion directed toward her ownership were funneled into lovemaking, your skin is quaking with her sentiment. Stop fighting. Throw your arms back. Pull the tombs of prophets from my womb and stack them like teeth across smiles. Lay them parallel for miles and then roll your tongue across their length. Suck the strength from these guns and then come into this body like it was a land so holy you'd die for it. Awkwardly up here before they'll sing for you again. So we'll move past lust and into love. We tried really hard not to fall in love with each other, but that happened. So the next poem, creatively or not so much, is titled, Man, I Friggin' Love You. I'm convinced that the first time God saw your dimples, he mistook them for parentheses, enclosing a smile with teeth that read, bright. The Creator became inspired by the presence of so much light glowing between those two perfectly crafted lines that he took a divine hand to the sun and began slicing tiny gashes. Took every single one of those little cuts and then fashioned them into the quills of your eyelashes because the intensity of your gaze, man, gives me hot flashes. Every time you blink, I see the ink of my pen pouring from your eyes like they are an endless well of inspiration. You have the vibration of an African drum. In your kiss, I feel the rhythm of where we come from, and this percussion gives me goosebumps. Turns the stumps of my arm hairs into a chorus of standing trees. You could resurrect the felled rainforests of Borneo with one easy suggestion from your mouth. You are a breeze tinted with iridescence. The kind typically reserved for exotic butterflies. You reek of rare. They ought to put you on the endangered species list as one of the few remaining men who can still wear grace as a camouflage for strength so grounded its roots wrap around the earth's core. You are a creature whose survival is worth fighting for. You are so needed on this planet that I have considered scoring my womb into a garden so that I might help produce more youths. You are a dance floor nicked with grooves. You hold organs inside the cathedral of your belly. It is through the hymn of your breath I learn how light moves, how it cuts laser smooth like the wings of a stingray slicing through water. I could watch you swim for hours below the surface glitter of the ocean. The motion of your touch seduces waves into submission. Now I know how the crocodile hunter went out. I understand the danger of diving heart first in after things we love. There is a poisonous barb below every wave's crest, just waiting to pierce our breastplates into spades that bleed darkness over everything. It is entirely possible that you could wage genocide on the star population, line them up and shoot them one by one out of my eyes until the sky cries and covers the earth in silver. But you know what? I would still find the lightning. The stars have been outshining this universe for too long anyway, and when I wrap my arms around you, I know I'm grasping something too beautifully big to hold. See, hugging you is like hugging a redwood tree. You make me feel small in such a good way. Around you every day is fee-fi-fo-fum, giant, exaggerated. This new vision, it's beanstalk brilliant. It's reaching, twisting, sinuous and sensual like twine intertwining. So not as to strangle, but to uphold. We are the invisible workman's hands, tying, securing, building the scaffolding so that Michelangelo might lay on our backs and paint heaven on us. Thank you.